Hi and welcome to our video series in which we are looking at the new features of Grasshopper within the new and shipping version of Rhino 6. You will see a list of the features we are going to explore here, and in this short video we are going to look at twist. We can get the component twist either from writing twist or from getting it from transform, morph, then twist. The inputs, so the general explanation of twist is that it deforms objects by twisting them around an axis. So basically we will need the geometry that we want to twist, the axis that we want to twist it around, the angle that we want to twist it in. It's in radians here, but you can change it to degrees as well, and two toggles, boolean toggles, that are true and false. The first, if true, the deformation is constant throughout the object, even if the axis is shorter from the object. We will see that when we apply it now, and also for rigid. So first of all, I will have to have a geometry. You can have your geometry whether from Grasshopper if you're working on something, or you can have it in Rhino straight away. In this scenario, I'll have it from Rhino. I'll just have geometry here and set one geometry. Simple as that. We will link this to the input of geometry. I'm going to be hiding the original shape in here. Put that there. Then we will have the axis. So in Rhino, I will have the axis. So going back, so we need the geometry from that. Go to the wireframe, and here I will have the curve, which I will be using as an axis. So I just want it to be in the center. Just have to put a few of the snaps off. It's not taking the center for some reason. What I'm going to do is just draw a quick curve to locate the center here rather quickly. Right, so I'm gonna put a curve component in Grasshopper and assign one geometry to it. So I'm going to be clicking that one. So I'll be assigning the curve to this and putting it in the input of the axis. So this is the axis of the twist that I'll be doing here. The angle, so we just have to put number slider, like slider of thing. So you see now the angle is 360, and start making the deformation accordingly. So if we are to deform it to 90 only, you can see that the shape is twisted 90 degrees from the beginning of the axis till the end of it. It's a twist of 90 degrees. This can be increased to 180 and more to 270, 360, etc. Now the last two inputs here are infinite and rigid. So all I have to do is to put toggle, another one. Oh, sorry. Right, and connect this to these two. Basically the brief explanation will tell me if true, the deformation is constant throughout the object, even if the axis is shorter than the object. So obviously now we cannot really see that properly because the axis is almost is roughly like the length of the object itself. But if I am to take the axis and try to move the point to make the axis shorter than the actual geometry, the twist will start and end wherever the axis starts and ends, basically. However, if I had the toggle on true, that will be ignored, and basically the axis length will be ignored and will be projected on the whole geometry. This is for infinite. For rigid, the geometry will not be deformed as it is transformed. So if I have this on true, basically the whole shape will be rotated, but it will not be twisted. So apologies here, I have this one, the preview is on. So this is the result. I can see now with the rigid on true, basically the geometry is rigid. It's not being transformed. It's not being deformed basically, but it is being transformed in the degree that I have here. So if I had there, like, it's just acting as a rotation command. So if I have to have this on false and look at this, here the twist is only happening on the lens. If I had this on true, it's going to be happening on the whole geometry. So if I go back like that, and that's it basically. It's quite a simple command. I hope you enjoyed this and it was helpful.